Celebrating 250 years of American independence. Happy 4th of July, and welcome to Saturday.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a very special episode of Saturday with Alex Cardinale. Tonight we gather to commemorate a monumental milestone. Happy 250th birthday, America. And to all Americans, happy 4th of July. For 2.5 centuries, the United States has stood as a beacon of freedom and bravery. Known as the land of the free and the home of the brave, this great nation has woven a rich tapestry of history, from the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776 to becoming a global leader in innovation and democracy. Tonight we'll embark on a journey through America's storied past and vibrant culture. Here's what we have in store for you. 3 rounds of 2 truths and a lie. Test your knowledge on the U.S.A., the Revolutionary War, and the Civil War. Can you separate fact from fiction? A culinary celebration. Discover the best American foods that have captured our hearts and taste buds. What we love about America. From the sprawling landscapes to the diverse communities, let's celebrate the spirit that makes this country unique. A salute to American wildlife. Learn about the iconic bald eagle, the resilient snapping turtle, and the fascinating fish species that call America home. And that's just the beginning. We've got so much more packed into this patriotic episode. So without further ado, let's raise our flags high and proudly celebrate America's 250th birthday and the 4th of July with your host, the proud American Alex Cardinale, coming to you live from Port St. Lucie, Florida.
It's a patriotic Saturday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to U.S.A. 250th Saturday with Alex Cardinale. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Welcome to a patriotic Saturday. We have an awesome show coming your way. Happy 4th of July and happy 250th birthday, America. So here's what's on the agenda tonight. Our animals of the world are going to be 2 awesome American species. Learn about the bald eagle and the alligator snapping turtle. Learn about the bowfin and largemouth bass as our featured fish. And a monster of the deep will be the alligator gar. 3 rounds of 2 truths and a lie on the U.S.A., the Civil War, and the Revolutionary War, and a whole lot more. We're even going to talk about the best American foods and the greatest things in America. All that and more right now. And we're going to kick it off with this week's edition of Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. And this week, I don't have too many things to talk about on Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. They're all good things, but they're all short and sweet. So here's this week's Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. First off, I want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July. I hope you have a great Independence Day and a great weekend. And also, happy 250th birthday to the United States of America. All right, July 18th, Saturday with Alex Cardinale is going to have a special start time of 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, because July 18th will be Saturday night's main event. So I'm going to preview Saturday night's main event on Saturday, July 18th, special start time, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific. SummerSlam Saturday will also start at a special start time of 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific on Saturday, August 1st. Sharky Saturday is 3 weeks from tonight. 3 weeks from tonight, it'll be Shark Week 2026 right here on Saturday with Alex Cardinale. And the MLB All-Star Game takes place in a couple of weeks. I can't wait for the MLB All-Star Game, and I'm sure you guys can't wait either. That is this week's Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. And now, let's get to our first topic of the evening. And the great thing about the 4th of July this year is that it falls on the weekend. So the 4th of July is all weekend. It's today and tomorrow. So here are some fun things you can do this 4th of July weekend. You can watch fireworks and host a barbecue. That is what I did today for the 4th of July. I watched some fireworks and I hosted a awesome barbecue. You can also go golfing and you can also go bowling. Now, Boston has a Pops Fireworks Spectacular that's airing on CNN. It is hosted by Jane Lynch. The concert features country star Lainey Wilson and Chance the Rapper. They are debuting a revolutionary themed drone show synchronized to live orchestration. Macy's 4th of July fireworks on NBC and Peacock. Celebrating its 50th edition, this year's show is the largest in history, firing 85,000 shells across both the East River and the Hudson River, alongside a brand new laser show off the Brooklyn Bridge. And that is some fun things you can do this weekend. Have a fireworks party, have a barbecue, go golfing, go bowling, and watch the fireworks shows that are on Peacock and CNN and NBC. All right, it is now time for our first fun segment here on USA 250 Saturday with Alex Cardinale. It is now time for our first of two hot takes. And right now we're going to talk about the greatest American foods hot take. All right now let's talk about America's greatest food. And I'm going to count down America's greatest top 10 food. In the comments, let me know if you agree or disagree and what foods you would add to this list. So here is America's greatest foods top 10. Let's see if I can get the image to show up there. All right, so here we go. Coming in at number 1, we have cheeseburgers. I always loved cheeseburgers. Even as a little kid, I loved cheeseburgers. Coming in at number 2, we have macaroni and cheese, and I just made some delicious mac and cheese today. Coming in at number 3, we have fried chicken. Coming in at number 4, we have red velvet cake, and today for dessert, I made red velvet whoopie pies. Coming in at number 5, cheesecake. Coming in at number 6, chocolate chip cookies. That is an American classic. Waffles comes in at number 7. Chicken noodle soup comes in at number 8. Pizza comes in at number 9. And number 10 is barbecue chicken and barbecue ribs. Do you agree or disagree with this list? Let me know in the comments. And also, let me know what your favorite food is in the comments. All right, it is now time for our history lesson. This week it's time to find out what went on in the world on this day in history. One thing we know for sure on this day in history, 250 years ago, the United States of America was officially founded. And I am so happy and honored to be an American citizen. Anyway, it is now time for this Saturday in history. Let me see if I can find this segment. Here it is. Today is Saturday, July 4th, the 185th day of 2026. There are 180 days left in the year, and today is also U.S. Independence Day. Today in history, on July 4th, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was adopted by delegates to the Second Continental Congress in Philadelphia. Also on this date, in 1802, the United States Military Academy officially opened at West Point, New York. In 1817, construction of the Erie Canal began in Rome, New York. In 1826, 50 years to the date after the Declaration of Independence was adopted, former Presidents John Adams and Thomas Jefferson both died. In 1831, the fifth president of the United States, James Monroe, died in New York City at age 73. In 1855, the first edition of Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass was published. In 1863, the Civil War siege of Vicksburg, Mississippi ended as Confederate garrisons surrendered to Union forces. In 1912, the 48-star American flag recognizing New Mexico and Arizona statehood was adopted. In 1939, Lou Gehrig of the New York Yankees delivered his famous farewell speech in which he called himself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. In 1946, the United States and the Philippines signed the Treaty of Manila, recognizing Philippine independence from the United States. In 1960, the current 50-star version of the U.S. flag was adopted. In 1976, America celebrated its bicentennial with day-long festivities. President Gerald R. Ford made stops in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, Independence Hall in Philadelphia, and New York, where more than 200 ships partied up the Hudson River in Operation Sail. In 2013, the Statue of Liberty reopened on the 4th of July, 8 months after Superstorm Sandy shuttered the national symbol of freedom, damaging its docks. And finally, in 2022, a gunman opened fire on an Independence Day parade in Highland Park, Illinois, killing 7 people and wounding 48 others in the Chicago suburb. Robert Crimo III was subsequently convicted in the mass shooting and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And just last year, flash floods killed more than 100 people in Texas over the holiday weekend, including 27 girls at a summer camp whose cabins were engulfed by the raging Guadalupe River before dawn. And that is this Saturday in history. That is July 4th, 2026. Happy birthday to America. Happy birthday to anyone celebrating a birthday this past week, anyone celebrating a birthday today or this weekend, and anyone celebrating a birthday this upcoming week. Happy birthday to you all. All right, it is now time for our first featured animal of the world. And our first animal is actually the American bird, the national bird species. And it is one of my favorite birds. It is the bald eagle. So I'm going to give you some information on the bald eagle. I'm going to give you some fun facts on the bald eagle. And then we're going to watch a program going over some information on the bald eagle for you. It is our first animal of the world. All right, so here are some fun facts on bald eagles. They have 8 times human vision. They have 8 times the vision of a human. They can spot a rabbit or a fish over 2 miles away while flying high in the air. That is very, very cool, if you ask me. Locking talons. Their feet have a built-in ricocheting mechanism. Once they grip prey, their talons lock closed automatically until they touch a flat surface. Massive speed. They cruise at 35 miles per hour, but can reach staggering speeds of 100 miles per hour during a hunting dive. Translucent eyelids. They have a third eyelid called a nictitating membrane that acts like goggles to protect their eyes while diving into water. 7,000 feathers. Their entire feather coat weighs about 21 ounces, which is actually twice as heavy as their lightweight, hollow skeleton. Bizarre behaviors, aerial muggers. They are kleptoparasites, meaning they regularly attack other birds midair just to steal their food. The death spiral. To court a mate, a pair will lock talons high in the sky and free fall spinning towards Earth, letting go at the very last second. Pond swimmers. If they catch a fish too heavy to lift, they will drop it into the water and do the butterfly stroke to swim to shore. Ben Franklin's dislike of the bald eagle. Benjamin Franklin actively opposed the bald eagle as America's symbol, calling it a bird of bad moral character because it steals food. He preferred the wild turkey, but we won. The bald eagle is the America's symbol and America's featured bird. Those are some fun facts on the bald eagle, but right now let's learn some more awesome information on the bald eagle with an awesome infograph of information on the bald eagle. Oh, let's try that one more time, folks. Sorry about that.
The bald eagle, Haliaeetus leucocephalus, is a massive bird of prey, native strictly to North America. Famed for its striking white head, chocolate brown body, and bright yellow beak and feet, it serves as the official national bird and symbol of the United States. Appearance and size. Not actually bald, the name stems from the Old English word balde, which means white-headed. Wingspan. They possess a massive wingspan stretching 6.5 to 8.5 feet across. Size differences. Females are roughly 1/3 larger than males, a physical trait known as reverse sexual dimorphism. Juvenile camouflage. Young eagles are completely mottled brown. They do not develop their iconic white head and tail until they reach 4 to 5 years of age. Habitat and diet. Waterfront dwellers. They live near large open bodies of water like lakes, rivers, and coastlines with surrounding mature forests. Opportunistic fishers. While fish make up the core of their diet, they are notorious bullies that frequently harass ospreys to steal their fresh catches. They also scavenge on roadkill and hunt waterfowl. Exceptional swimmers. If an eagle hooks a fish that is too heavy to lift into the air, it will use its wings to row through the water like oars to reach the shoreline. Mating in massive nests. Partners for life. Bald eagles are monogamous and stay with the same mate until one dies. Cartwheel displays during courtship. Pairs will fly high into the sky, lock talons and spin toward the earth in a dramatic free fall, breaking apart at the last second. Record-breaking homes. They build the largest tree nests of any animal in the world, called eyries. They return to the same nest yearly, adding sticks and grass. The largest recorded nest in Florida measured 9.5 feet wide and 20 feet deep, weighing over 2 tons. Conservation and a Hollywood myth. The comeback story. In 1963, hunting and the pesticide DDT, which thinned their eggshells, pushed the species to the brink of extinction, leaving only 417 nesting pairs in the lower 48 states. Thanks to strict protections under the Bald and Golden Eagle Protection Act and the banning of DDT, they have fully rebounded to over 300,000 individual birds today. The fake voice. The fierce, piercing screech commonly associated with bald eagles in movies and TV is actually the cry of a red-tailed hawk. A real bald eagle produces a surprisingly weak, high-pitched chirping or giggling sound similar to a seagull.
All right, it is now time for our first featured fish of the evening. And right now we're going to learn about the largemouth bass. And later in the show, you'll learn about bowfin. So let's learn about the largemouth bass right now with our first featured fish here on USA 250 Saturday. All right, so the largemouth bass is the most popular, economically vital freshwater game fish in North America. Renowned for its explosive aggression when hooked, this heavy-bodied carnivore is native to the eastern and central United States, southern Canada, and northern Mexico, but it has been introduced around the world. The bucket mouth jaw. Their defining feature is an enormous upper jaw that extends back past the rear edge of the eye when the mouth is closed. Built-in camouflage. They are dark olive green on the back, transitioning to a cream white belly. A distinct broken black horizontal stripe runs along each flank to help them blend into weeds. Deeply notched fins. Unlike smallmouth bass, their spiny front dorsal fin and soft rear dorsal fin are separated by a very deep, distinct dip. Females grow significantly faster and larger than males. A typical adult spans 12 to 20 inches and weigh 1 to 5 pounds, though southern fish can exceed 15 pounds. Apex feeding habits and diet, vacuum cleaners. Cleaners of the shallows. Bass do not chew their food. When they snap their mouth open, it creates a massive negative pressure vacuum that effortlessly sucks in water and prey whole. Ambush specialist. They hide motionless inside thick underwater vegetation, sunken logs, and docks, exploding outward to surprise prey. If it fits, they eat it. While they primarily consume smaller fish like bluegill and shad and crayfish, adult bass will aggressively swallow frogs, snakes, baby turtles, ducklings, and even small alligators. Yes, that's right. When given, whoops, sorry about that. When given the chance, they will also eat small alligators. Sorry about that. All right, let's fix this here. All right. All right, sorry about that, folks. Let's fix this so it doesn't fall again. All right, there we go. So the largemouth bass is also primarily available in the aquarium hobby. I've noticed a lot of people have been keeping the largemouth bass. I mean, it's kind of cool to keep them. I don't know if I would keep a largemouth bass, but they are definitely a cool fish. And that is our first featured fish of the evening. Later on in the show, learn about the bowfin, which looks like a snakehead, but it is not a snakehead. And it is a very, very cool fish. Well, 3 weeks from tonight, it is going to be another awesome Saturday with Alex Cardinale. It is going to be Sharky Saturday on Shark Week 2026. And here's what you can expect 3 weeks from tonight on Sharky Saturday.
Dive into Sharky Saturday with Alex Cardinale. It's that time of year again. Things are about to get jawsome with the 2026 edition of Sharky Saturday. Join us on Saturday, July 25th, 2026 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific for an unforgettable evening with Alex Cardinale. This year, Sharky Saturday is bigger and better than ever. Get ready for new and exciting ways to incorporate sharks into the show. Here's what's swimming your way. What's happening on Sharky Saturday? Animals of the world. Discover 4 unique shark species from around the globe. Aqua Alex featured fish. Dive into the world of freshwater and aquarium saltwater sharks. Monster of the deep. Explore the majestic whale shark. Hot take. Uncover the best shark movies and the top sharks to keep in the aquarium hobby. 3 rounds of 2 truths and a lie. Test your shark knowledge with facts about the great white shark, bull shark, and hammerhead shark. Saturday buzzer. Alex has 5 minutes to spill the tea on sharks. If he succeeds, viewers must share this episode and name their favorite shark. If he fails, Alex must pay the piper. And so much more. Mark your calendars and set your alarms for Saturday, July 25th, 2026, at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Join us to celebrate all things shark on Sharky Saturday. Watch live on YouTube, www.youtube.com/Alex Cardinale 2026. Prepare for a fantastic night you won't want to miss.
And I cannot wait for Sharky Saturday. 3 weeks from tonight, it's going to be an awesome show. Right now, it is time for Bowling with Alex Cardinale. Let's see how I did this past week here in Bowling with Alex Cardinale.
The energy is electric here tonight as the best bowlers in the world compete for the championship title.
All right, so heading into bowling this week, I had an average of 98. Let's see if I was able to beat my average this week. Game 1, I had 96 with 1 spare. Game 2 was my best game of the season thus far. Game 2, I had 140 with 4 strikes and 1 spare. And Game 3, I had 119 with 2 strikes and 2 spares, for a total of 355 pins, 6 strikes, and 4 spares. That is impressive, ladies and gentlemen. I am definitely getting a whole lot better. So hopefully next week I can beat my average all 3 games. I think my average will go up by a point or 2, but I'm looking forward to that. Finally, I'm starting to get good at bowling once again. And next Saturday will be the return of me filming Bowling with Alex Cardinale, so that's going to be awesome as well. Okay, Americans, are you ready to test your knowledge? It is time for round 1 of 3 rounds of Two Truths and a Lie. Tonight, since it is the 4th of July and America's 250th birthday, we're going to play a round on USA, Civil War, and Revolutionary War. Right now, we're going to play Two Truths and a Lie on the United States of America. I'm going to give you 3 statements. 1 of them is a lie, and 2 of them are true. It is your job to determine which one is the lie. So, let's start Two Truths and a Lie for this amazing episode. All right, so here are the statements, and let's see which one is the lie. The United States has 50 states. The bald eagle is the national bird of the United States. The Liberty Bell is located in New York City. So which of these statements do you think is the lie? The United States has 50 states, the Liberty Bell is located in New York City, or the bald eagle is the national bird of the United States. Take a moment to think about the statements and see if you can spot the lie. While you're thinking about the lie, I want to wish all of you a happy 4th of July. And again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you're having a blast. I think it's great, a monumental occasion for me to be live here on the 250th birthday of America. That's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and I'm very happy about that. So thank you, my amazing viewers. Let's go ahead and reveal the answer. The lie is statement 2. The Liberty Bell is not located in New York City. In reality, the Liberty Bell is located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It is a symbol of American independence, and it is housed at the Liberty Bell Center in Independence National Historical Park. And yes, the United States does have 50 states. And yes, the bald eagle is the national bird of the United States. Well, we'll have 2 more rounds of Two Truths and a Lie for you. Coming up later on, we'll play Revolutionary War, Two Truths and a Lie. And in our main event tonight, we'll play Two Truths and a Lie on the Civil War. But since tonight is a very special Saturday with Alex Cardinale, paying homage to America, American Alex Cardinale wanted to make his presence felt here on the 250th birthday of the United States of America. Hey everyone, American Alex Cardinale here, and I just want to address all the amazing Americans here on the 4th of July. This is no ordinary 4th of July. This is America's 250th birthday. 250 years. What a accomplishment. Now, you hear the fireworks behind me. Those are for 250 years of the best country on earth. Americans, we are the most resilient people. We bounce back from anything. We bounce back from 9/11 when our country was attacked. We lost the Twin Towers and we lost so many people. But we bounced back from that. We bounce back from recessions. We bounce back from depressions. There is nothing that can hold the United States of America down. And that is why I am incredibly proud to be here live on Saturday with Alex Cardinale on the most patriotic Saturday of them all, to say I am an American. I, Alex Cardinale, am proud to be an American citizen and celebrate 250 years of living here in the greatest country in the world, America. Now, whatever your political view is, I don't care. I love everyone, regardless of their political view, regardless of their sexual orientation or their race. I welcome and I love everyone. So Americans, have a great 4th of July. And thank you, American Alex Cardinale, for that. That is awesome. All right, right now we're going to welcome Chef Alex to the show. And Chef Alex has 2 delicious recipes that you could use for 4th of July this weekend. So, Chef Alex, welcome to the show. All right, I've got 2 delicious recipes that you could use this weekend for the 4th of July. I know most of you probably had your barbecues today, but I'm sure some of you are going to have a barbecue tomorrow as well. My first delicious recipe that I'm going to share with you is for a delicious macaroni and cheese. I actually made it today, and it was really, really good. Now, I have a little bit of a stomach issue with warm milk, so I absolutely took dairy out of this macaroni and cheese. It has no milk in it, but it is really good. For this, you're going to need 1 container of chicken broth or chicken stock. You will need 2 cans of Campbell's cheddar cheese soup. You will need some salt and pepper and some garlic and pepper seasoning, Italian seasoning, and your favorite seasoning. And you will need some shredded cheese as well as a little bit of breadcrumbs. Preheat your oven to 380 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you're going to start by making your sauce. You're going to melt some butter in a sauce pot. You're going to add in your chicken broth. And you're also going to add in your 2 cans of Campbell's cheddar cheese soup. Let that come to a simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then you're going to add in your shredded cheese, which could be anything from cheddar to Monterey Jack or a mix of cheese for mac and cheese. You're going to prepare your pasta, cook it for about 7 or 8 minutes, drain it, toss it in the sauce, and then put it in a pan with more shredded cheese and breadcrumbs and place it in a 380-degree oven for about a half hour. It is an absolutely delicious mac and cheese that you are absolutely going to love. I absolutely recommend making this. My other recipe is for a delicious tortellini salad that is perfect all summer long. Tortellini salad is a take on macaroni salad, which uses a better pasta, in my opinion. I love tortellini. So for this, you're going to need 1 bag of frozen tortellini. You're also going to need some Italian dressing. You're also going to need 1 tablespoon of pesto, fresh cherry tomatoes, fresh mozzarella, and you could also obviously add your favorite vegetables, but I like to add some roasted or some sun-dried tomatoes as well. So for tortellini salad, frozen tortellinis, a bag of that, fresh mozzarella, fresh cherry tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes, Italian dressing, 1 tablespoon of pesto, and a little bit of mayonnaise. So cook your tortellinis according to package directions, drain it and let it and put some cold water on it to let it cool off. Then take your tortellinis and mix it with the mozzarella, the pesto, the Italian dressing, the little bit of mayo, and the other ingredients. And there you have it, a delicious tortellini salad, perfect for the summer or any time of year, really. All right, and now we're going to welcome Detective Alex Cardinale to the show. It is now time for some true crime here on USA 250. And tonight we're going to talk about some of the worst crimes to happen in the United States of America. All right, so some of the worst crimes to happen in the United States of America over the last 250 years. Domestic terrorism and mass casualty events. The 9/11 terrorist attacks from 2001. Al-Qaeda terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airplanes, weaponizing them to destroy the World Trade Center towers in New York City and strike the Pentagon in Virginia. It stands as the deadliest foreign act of terrorism on U.S. soil, resulting in 2,977 deaths and fundamentally altering global security, law, and aviation. So almost 3,000 people died that day. The Oklahoma City bombing, 1995. Anti-government extremists Timothy McVeigh and Terry Nicholas detonated a rented Ryder truck packed with explosives directly in front of the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building. The blast killed 158 people, including 19 children in an on-site daycare center, making it the worst act of domestic terrorism in American history. America's deadliest serial killer, Samuel Little, operating across 19 states between 1970 and 2005, Samuel Little targeted vulnerable, marginalized women. The FBI officially verified 61 of his 93 confessed murders, earning him the designation of the most prolific and deadliest serial killer in U.S. history. John Wayne Gacy and Ted Bundy, the crime. During the 1970s, Gacy tortured and murdered 33 young men and boys in Illinois, burying most beneath his crawl space. Concurrently, Ted Bundy cross-examined state lines to kidnap, rape, and brutally murder at least 30 young women. Their highly publicized trials fundamentally reshaped how the FBI tracks cross-border violent criminals and introduced the dark reality of serial killers into mainstream public consciousness. And that is some of the worst crimes in American history. And don't forget, you can catch Detective Alex Cardinale on the case right here on Alex Cardinale Entertainment YouTube channel by going to youtube.com/Alex Cardinale 2026 and going to the On the Case playlist here on my YouTube channel. All right, my fellow New York Yankee fans and any baseball fans that might be watching, it is now time for Yankees Spotlight here on Saturday with Alex Cardinale. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see how the New York Yankees did this past week and preview their upcoming week. But I think my studio froze. I don't know why it's not allowing me to move up or down. Let's see here. Why is this not working? Hold on, I'm going to refresh the page for you. All right, we are back here, and our page is working out. I apologize for the tech issues, but hey, that's live shows. When you're live, you're going to have tech issues sometimes. But anyway, right now it is time for our Yankee Spotlight for this week, the week of July 4th. So let me see if I can play the segment intro for that segment.
Late night shadows creep, silent whispers in the dark. Haters lurking, fangs ready, waiting on a mark. Alex rolling heavy, steel in his grip. Light the torch, fight the scorch, never gonna slip. Keyboard warriors flex, talking slick on the net. Alex got the radar, ain't missed a threat yet. Shining through the screens, ghosting all the clowns. Stacking up the bodies when the sun goes down. American bad.
All right, the New York Yankees finally snapped a brutal 7-game losing streak last night with a 5-2 win over the Minnesota Twins. The slide cost them their lead in the AL East, leaving them 4 games behind the Tampa Bay Rays as they navigate a tough stretch without superstar Aaron Judge. This week's recap: a nightmare ended by rain and rice. Last weekend, the Yankees endured a Fenway sweep when the Red Sox swept the Yankees in a 4-game series. And then they were tamed by the Detroit Tigers. The Detroit Tigers absolutely swept the Yankees this week. But yesterday, the Yankees ended up getting a victory over the Minnesota Twins with a good outing from Garrett Cole, and Trent Grisham returned and hit a home run in his highly anticipated return from injury. Roster and injury updates: Aaron Judge remains sidelined on the injury list, leaving a massive power void that Ben Rice and Cody Bellinger are trying to fill. Carlos Rendon was placed on the 15-day IL with arm inflammation just before the weekend series. So let's see how the Yankees will play this week. This is the final week of the first half of the season before the All-Star break. So the All-Star break is coming up on July 14th, 15th, and I believe 16th. I can't wait to watch the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby in a few weeks. So the Yankees have one more week to get it right before the All-Star break. So July 6th through July 9th, a 4-game series in Tampa. The Yankees will travel to take on the AL East leading Tampa Bay Rays. And then next weekend, Friday, July 10th through Sunday, July 12th, the Yankees travel to the nation's capital to take on the Washington Nationals in an NL East, AL East matchup. And next Saturday, here on Saturday with Alex Cardinale, I'm going to recap the first half of the season for the Yankees and preview the All-Star break. So next Saturday, we'll recap the first half of the Yankee season and preview the MLB All-Star break coming up in a few weeks. Well, WWE fans, it is now time for this week's SmackDown recap. And after Sami Zayn won the WWE Championship last Saturday at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. This was his first appearance on Friday Night SmackDown as the WWE Champion. Let's see what went down on SmackDown this week. All right. Cody Rhodes defeated Jey Uso in a main event thriller on last night's episode of SmackDown from Atlantic City, New Jersey, officially punching his ticket to challenge the new undisputed WWE Champion Sami Zayn this Monday night on Raw. So Cody Rhodes has already earned himself a championship rematch this Monday on Raw in Chicago. I can't wait to watch that. So maybe next Saturday, by the time we're on the air, Cody Rhodes is champion again. But we'll see. The champ returns. The opening segment. New undisputed WWE champion Sami Zayn kicked off the show to a massive ovation. He celebrated winning the WWE Championship on his own terms, but was quickly interrupted by Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Tensions rose as both challengers made their claims for a rematch. Acting GM Adam Pearce stepped in and booked a high-stakes #1 contenders main event match between Rhodes and Uso for later in the evening, which Cody Rhodes won. So this Monday on Raw, Cody Rhodes will face Cody Rhodes will face Sami Zayn for the WWE Championship, and Cody Rhodes could become a 5-time WWE champion. All right. So match results. Jade Cargill, Mitchin, and B-Fab defeated Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, and Chelsea Green in what was a great tag team match. Also last night on Friday Night SmackDown, Rey Fenix defeated El Hijo del Vikingo in a great match for the championship belt. Brie Bella lost to Lainey Reed in a singles match. And let's see, that was SmackDown from last night. Overall, a great show, but also a promo between the United States champion Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, which results in a match, not for the championship next week on SmackDown, but if Carmelo Hayes wins that match next week on SmackDown, he will get a championship match. And that is this week's WWE SmackDown recap. I can't wait to see if Cody Rhodes wins the title this Monday on Raw. Well, in a few weeks, it is going to be SummerSlam. SummerSlam is one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year, or premium live events of the year. SummerSlam this year takes place on Saturday, August 1st, and Sunday, August 2nd. And on Saturday, August 1st, SummerSlam Saturday with Alex Cardinale will air at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific. And here's what you expect on this year's SummerSlam Saturday.
Get ready for the ultimate SummerSlam party with Alex Cardinale. WWE fans, the countdown to the biggest party of the summer is on. Join us on Saturday, August 1st, 2026, for an electrifying prelude to
Saturday night, we'll make for you.
Get ready for the ultimate SummerSlam party with Alex Cardinale. WWE fans, the countdown to the biggest party of the summer is on. Join us on Saturday, August 1st, 2026, for an electrifying prelude to WWE SummerSlam with none other than Alex Cardinale. Event details. Date, Saturday, August 1st, 2026. Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific. Where? YouTube.com at Alex Cardinale 2026. What's happening? Prepare for an action-packed lineup that will get your adrenaline pumping for the main event. Hot Take with Alex Cardinale. Dive into the best SummerSlam matches and moments as Alex shares his ultimate picks. Fantasy booking. Alex Cardinale previews WWE SummerSlam 2026 and crafts his own fantasy SummerSlam card. Which dream matches will he create? Saturday Buzzer. Witness WWE fan Alex Cardinale host his first Saturday Buzzer. He has just 5 minutes to cover the history of SummerSlam. If he succeeds, you owe him a favor. If not, there's a price to pay. And that's not all. There's plenty more excitement in store, so don't miss out. Join the fun. Mark your calendars and set your reminders. This is a SummerSlam Saturday you won't want to miss. Tune in to youtube.com at Alex Cardinale 2026 and let Alex Cardinale get you hyped for WWE SummerSlam 2026. See you there, WWE fans.
All right, WWE fans, get ready for SummerSlam Saturday, August 1st, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific. All right now it is time for Monsters of the Deep. And tonight's monster is found right here in the United States of America. It is the alligator gar. All right, so now I'm going to give you some facts on the alligator gar, and then I'm going to play a nice infomercial video on the alligator gar. So here are some interesting facts on the alligator gar. The alligator gar has a double row of teeth. Their elongated snout-like upper jaw is lined with 2 rows of large needle-sharp teeth, closely resembling the mouth of an alligator. Armored scales. They are covered in heavy, diamond-shaped ganoid scales that fit together like chainmail. These scales are so dense and sharp that Native Americans historically used them as plowshares, shielding, and arrowheads. Air-breathing fish. They possess a highly modified vascularized swim bladder that acts like a lung. This allows them to gulp air directly from the surface and survive out of water for up to 2 hours, surviving in stagnant, low-oxygen swamps where other fish would suffocate. Freshwater monsters. They are the largest of all gar species, easily growing up to 8 to 10 feet long and weighing over 300 pounds. Here is some more information on our monster of the deep, the alligator gar.
The alligator gar, Atractostea spatula, is a massive armor-plated freshwater fish, native primarily to the southeastern United States and eastern Mexico. Often called a living fossil, its lineage stretches back over 100 million years to the Cretaceous period, surviving the extinction of the dinosaurs. Prehistoric physical traits. Alligator-like snout. They get their name from their long, broad snout lined with a terrifying double row of large razor-sharp teeth in the upper jaw. Chainmail armor. Instead of typical fish scales, they are covered in diamond-shaped ganoid scales. These scales are nearly indestructible and fit together like interlocking chainmail armor. Lung-like bladder. They possess a specialized, vascularized swim bladder that allows them to gulp air from the surface. This enables them to survive in stagnant, oxygen-depleted waters where other fish would suffocate. Staggering size and lifespan. Freshwater giants. It is the largest of all gar species and one of the largest freshwater fishes in North America, reaching lengths of 8 to 10 feet and weighing over 300 pounds. Centenarians of the river. Alligator gars grow very slowly and can live for an incredibly long time. Females live longer than males, with some individuals verified to be over 100 years old in the wild. Toxic eggs. While the flesh of the alligator gar is perfectly edible, their eggs, roe, are highly toxic to humans, birds, and land mammals if consumed. Diet and passive behavior. Ambush predators. They are sluggish, opportunistic predators that float motionlessly near the surface like a log. When prey swims by, they execute a lightning-fast sideways strike to grab it. Suck and swallow. They primarily eat fish, but large adults will readily swallow water birds, small mammals, turtles, and blue crabs. They swallow their food completely whole rather than tearing it apart. Harmless to humans. Despite their monstrous appearance and predatory nature, there are no documented attacks on humans by alligator gars. They are naturally passive and timid around swimmers.
And that was the alligator gar. That was this week's Monster of the Deep. All right, right now it is time for my favorite segment on Saturday with Alex Cardinale. It is now time for What in the Florida? And we're going to take a look at some Florida craziness. And this week I've got five crazy people from Florida that we're going to see right now. All right, so our first crazy Florida person is someone who committed a murder at a hotel. That's crazy in its own way, but let's find out what this crazy Florida man did. Florida man charged after woman's body found wrapped in blanket in a hotel room. A Florida man is accused of killing a woman after an apparent altercation in a St. Petersburg hotel last week, authorities said. Wow, so imagine getting into an altercation with some lady and then killing her and wrapping her in a blanket and leaving her in a hotel room. That is crazy. And that must have been a horrific sight for the hotel maid to see. All right. Well, another sick individual from Central Florida. A Central Florida man is accused of posting a sexual act with a dog online. Yes, you heard me right. A Central Florida man accused of posting sex act with dog online. Lake County, Florida. A Leesburg man has been arrested after deputies said they received a tip about a sex act with the dog that was posted on social media. That is disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we call bestiality, and that is absolutely gross. But this next story is actually funny, not in the sense that the guy fell because he could have possibly got hurt, but it's funny in its own way. And this happens at Waffle House, which makes it even more iconic and more ironic as well. So, Florida man sues Waffle House, alleging that distracting strawberry shortcake ad caused him to trip and fall on abnormally high curb. Well, how is the curb abnormally high anyway? A Florida man is suing Waffle House for some allegedly distracting signage advertising their new strawberry shortcake dessert. Edward Bowles sued Waffle House and franchise East Coast Waffles after allegedly tripping on a curb due to distracting advertisements at a Bartow, Florida. Interesting. Well, this next case could happen anywhere in the United States of America. It is a very tragic case. A man fatally shot after fight over Walmart parking spot. Really? Why are we fighting over parking spots? And why are we pulling out guns over parking spots? A man lost his life over a parking spot. That is just sick to me. A Florida man was shot and killed by a woman after a verbal argument over a parking spot at Walmart led to a deadly shooting. That is just sad. And our final What in the Florida this week is kind of funny. Florida man accused of stealing Smokey Bear signs and selling them on Facebook faces up to 10 years in prison. A Florida man accused of stealing Smokey Bear signs from state parks and selling them online has been indicted on a federal theft charge. Only you can prevent wildfires. Don't smoke. That's Smokey the Bear. Anyway, that is this week's What in the Florida. 5 crazy people from the state of Florida. What craziness from the Orange State will we have next week? Tune in to find out, as we'll have some more What in the Florida moments for you. And now it is time for our final featured fish for this week. Right now we're going to talk about the incredible bowfin. All right, so the bowfin is a ferocious, armor-headed freshwater fish native entirely to eastern North America. Much like the alligator gar, the bowfin is a living fossil and the absolute last surviving member of an ancient order of fish that thrived during the age of the dinosaurs over 150 million years ago. These guys look a lot like snakeheads, but they are not snakeheads. They get their name from a long ribbon-like dorsal fin that runs down more than half the length of their back. This fin moves in a mesmerizing, undulating wave, allowing them to swim backward just as easily as forward. So the bowfin is actually a very common fish here. The bowfin is a very common fish here in the United States of America. It looks like the snakehead. It's actually kept in the aquarium hobby from time to time. And that is the incredible bowfin. I might keep the bowfin in the future. I'm not sure, but they're definitely a incredible fish. All right, are you enjoying this incredible and monumental episode of Saturday with Alex Cardinale? I certainly hope you are. Want more Saturday with Alex Cardinale action? Check out all previous 209 episodes by going to youtube.com/@AlexCardinale2026 and go to my Saturday with Alex Cardinale playlist. Here are some more reasons why you should check out my previous episodes and our future episodes to come. We've got a lot of great episodes coming your way in the future, including Sharky Saturday, Stingray Saturday, Piranha Saturday, and more.
Tune in to Saturday with Alex Cardinale, your weekend entertainment and educational talk show, airing every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, on YouTube channel Alex Cardinale Entertainment, youtube.com/Alex Cardinale 2026. Join us for an exciting weekend experience with Saturday with Alex Cardinale, where entertainment meets education in the most fun way possible. Since its debut in 2022, the show has been a hub of excitement, blending Alex's diverse passions into one spectacular program. What to expect? Tropical fish adventures. Dive deep into the world of aquatics with Aqua Alex Cardinale as your guide. Culinary delights. Get inspired in the kitchen with unique cooking tips and recipes from Chef Alex Cardinale. WWE Insights. Stay up to date with the latest happenings in the world of wrestling. Sports passion. Cheer along with Alex's favorite teams, the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mystery unraveled. Join Detective Alex Cardinale for thrilling investigations. Saturday Buzzer. Alex has 5 minutes to discuss a topic. If he succeeds, viewers must do a favor for Alex. If he fails, he must pay the piper. Hot Take. Alex's take on popular or controversial topics. And so much more. Special appearances by Chef Alex Cardinale, bringing you culinary wonders. Aqua Alex Cardinale, your aquatic expert. Detective Alex Cardinale, solving the mysteries that intrigue you. Get involved. Host your own segment. Have a passion or talent you want to share on the show? Email us at alexgoyankeescardinale19@gmail.com to become a part of the Saturday with Alex Cardinale family. Join us every Saturday for a blend of entertainment, learning, and fun with Alex Cardinale. Don't miss out on this vibrant weekend adventure every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific.
All right, it is now time for round 2 of Two Truths and a Lie. And right now we're going to play Two Truths and a Lie on the Revolutionary War, the very first war that the United States was in and won. So now I'm going to give you 3 statements on the Revolutionary War. It is your job to determine which one is the truth and which one is the lie. So here we go. Statement number 1, the Battle of Bunker Hill, one of the first major battles of the Revolutionary War, actually took place on Breed's Hill. Statement number 2, George Washington served as the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army for the entire duration of the Revolutionary War. And statement number 3, the Declaration of Independence was signed on July 4th, 1776, by all members of the Continental Congress. Which one do you think is the lie? Is it the Battle of Bunker Hill, being the first major battle of the Revolutionary War taking place on Breed's Hill? Is it George Washington serving as the commander-in-chief, or is it the Declaration of Independence being signed on July 4, 1776, by all members of the Continental Congress? Let's reveal the lie. Statement 3 is the lie. While the Declaration of Independence was adopted on July 4th, 1776, not all members of the Continental Congress signed it on that day. The majority of the signatories added their signatures on August 2nd, 1776. All right, we got one more round of Two Truths and a Lie. It's in our main event, and we're going to play it on the Civil War. That's coming up later on in our show. In our main event, you'll learn about the Civil War. All right now we're going to welcome Paulie V from Sensational Pool Systems, LLC. He is the sponsor of our Saturday with Alex Cardinale show, Sensational Pool Systems, LLC. And now it's time for some pool tips.
Is your pool looking a little green around the gills? Or maybe your pond needs a little pick-me-up? Look no further than Sensational Pool Systems LLC, your local experts in pool and pond services. Based right here in sunny South Florida, we're a veteran-owned business committed to customer satisfaction above all else. From transforming your pool from green to pristine with our professional cleaning services starting at just $100 a month, to handling all your repair and installation needs, we've got you covered. Our comprehensive pond services include cleanings, maintenance, and more. Plus, we offer koi and goldfish upon request to bring your pond to life. We proudly serve West Palm Beach, Jupiter, Royal Palm, Riviera, Boynton Beach, Lake Worth, and beyond. Ready to dive into a sensational experience? Contact us today at 561-785-9561 or sensationalpoolsystemsllc@gmail.com. Your dream pool or pond is just a call away. Sensational Pool Systems LLC, making your water sensational. Paulie V from Sensational Pool Systems LLC here, wishing everyone a happy 4th of July. It's time for some pool tips. A clean pool is more than just crystal clear water. It's peace of mind, protection for your investment, and a place to make great memories with family and friends. Double check. Water chemistry balanced. Equipment inspected. Pool sparkling clean. Let Sensational Pool Systems LLC take the work off your hands so you can enjoy your pool all season long. A little maintenance today can prevent big repairs tomorrow. Keep your pool sparkling, your equipment running smoothly, and your family enjoying every swim. Sensational Pool Systems, Marine Corps veteran owned and operated, It's a perfect day to relax, make memories, and enjoy your pool. Before you jump in, take a quick look at your water level and empty your skimmer basket to keep your pool running at its best. A few minutes of maintenance today can help prevent bigger problems tomorrow. Crystal clear water starts with consistent care. Happy 4th of July from Sensational Pool Systems. Wishing you and your family a safe, fun-filled Independence Day. Whether you're relaxing poolside, hosting a backyard barbecue, or watching fireworks, we hope your day is filled with great memories and crystal clear water. Thank you to all of our amazing customers for your continued support. Have a fantastic 4th of July and enjoy your pool. 561-785-9561.
And a huge thank you to Sensational Pool Systems, LLC, for sponsoring and presenting this episode of Saturday with Alex Cardinale. Right now it is time for the weekend update. The wacky, kooky news anchor Alex Cardinale here, giving you an update of what's been going on around the world and, of course, the United States of America this week. So let's see here. All right, let's see. Well, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce get married at Madison Square Garden. That's right, popular musician Taylor Swift and popular tight end from the Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce, got married at MSG this weekend. I don't really care about either one, but I wish them happiness in their marriage. I'm sure you guys saw this all over social media this week. Daredevil couple who scaled the Empire State Building are hit with reckless endangerment charges. A Russian couple by the name of Angelina and Ivan pleaded not guilty to the charges. The Russian couple were released from custody under supervision. Happy birthday, America. Today is America's 250th birthday. Happy birthday. New Year's Eve ball drops in Times Square for America's 250th birthday. The New Year's Eve ball in Times Square has dropped for America's 250th anniversary, making this the first time the ball has dropped outside of a New Year's celebration. 2 killed in a shooting at a shopping mall in Michigan. After 2 groups that knew each other came into contact at the mall, a fight started that escalated into gunfire, officials said. Arizona toddler declared dead was found alive in the morgue. The 18-month-old boy who was pronounced dead after a near drowning but was found breathing hours later in a hospital morgue. Well, at least he was found alive. And that is this weekend's update. Well, today is a huge day. It is the 4th of July, and it is America's 250th birthday. But Saturday, August 15th is going to be a big day for me personally because it is going to be my 33rd birthday, and it takes place on Saturday with Alex Cardinale.
Celebrate Alex Cardinale's 33rd birthday. Get ready for the ultimate birthday bash as Alex Cardinale turns 33 on Saturday, August 15th, 2026. This year, Alex's birthday falls on a Saturday, making it the perfect occasion for a special edition of Saturday with Alex Cardinale. Join the party live at 10 p.m. ET, 7 p.m. PT. on youtube.com/Alex Cardinale 2026. What to expect? Hot take. Discover the 5 things Alex learned at 32 and the 5 things he's looking forward to this year. Birthday surprises. Unwrap the excitement with unexpected surprises, presents, and maybe even some special cameo appearances. Aqua Alex. Watch as Alex introduces some new aquatic friends to his collection. Saturday Buzzer. Can Alex discuss the day's horoscopes in just 5 minutes? Tune in to find out if he can avoid paying the piper. Plus, enjoy all your favorite segments, including the Animal of the World, Featured Fish, and much more. Don't miss out. Mark your calendars for Saturday, August 15th, 2026, and be part of the celebration at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Head over to youtube.com at Alex Cardinale 2026 to join the fun and celebrate with your host with the most, Alex Cardinale. See you there for an unforgettable birthday extravaganza.
All right now it is time for our final animal of the world, and it is the alligator snapping turtle.
The alligator snapping turtle, Macrochelys temenki, is the largest freshwater turtle in North America. Widely dubbed the dinosaur of the turtle world, this ancient reptile has remained virtually unchanged for millions of years, patrolling deep river bottoms with prehistoric armor and a highly unique hunting weapon. Prehistoric physical features: spiked armor shell. Unlike common snapping turtles, their dark upper shell, carapace, features 3 distinct high ridges of sharp spikes that closely resemble the rugged, armored skin of an alligator. The eagle beak. They possess a massive heavy head with a sharply hooked, bird-like beak. While a popular myth claims they can snap a wooden broomstick in half, their bite force actually measures around 160 to 175 pounds of pressure. Less than a human, but lethal because the force is concentrated onto razor-sharp, bone-crushing edges. Algae camouflage. Their skin and shell are continuously covered in thick patches of living green algae, allowing them to blend seamlessly into muddy riverbeds and sunken logs. The brilliant worm tongue lure. Built-in bait. They are the only turtles in the world that possess a bright pink, worm-like fleshy appendage growing directly on the floor of their mouth. Passive angling. The turtle sits perfectly motionless on the river bottom with its jaws wide open, wiggling the pink lure. When an unsuspecting fish or frog swims inside to eat the worm, the turtle snaps its mouth shut in a fraction of a second. Extreme size and lifespan. River heavyweights. Adult males easily weigh between 155 and 175 pounds, with rare record-breaking giant specimens in captivity scaling up to an astonishing 249 pounds. Centenarians of the mud. They grow incredibly slowly. While their average wild lifespan spans 40 to 70 years, biologists estimate that healthy individuals can easily live well over 100 to 150 years if left undisturbed. Strictly aquatic. They almost never leave the safety of the water. Males spend their entire adult lives completely submerged, while females only venture onto dry land once a year to dig a nest and lay their eggs. Behavior. Harmless nature deep divers. Thanks to a highly efficient metabolism, they can remain completely submerged underwater for up to 3 hours at a time without surfacing for a single breath of air. Surprisingly docile. Despite their monstrous appearance, alligator snapping turtles are remarkably passive and timid underwater. They will not actively hunt or bite swimmers. They only hiss, gape their mouths, and strike defensively if they are harassed or dragged onto dry land.
And that is the amazing alligator snapping turtle. Well, it has been a phenomenal patriotic Saturday with Alex Cardinale. I have had a blast hosting the Happy 4th of July and the USA 250 Saturday with Alex Cardinale. Our main event is coming up next, and it's going to be Two Truths and a Lie on the Civil War. But next Saturday, we have another awesome show coming your way. The fun continues this Saturday, July 11th, 2026. An all-new episode of Saturday with Alex Cardinale comes your way, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. The celebration of USA 250 continues because we're going to have 3 rounds of Two Truth and a Lie on 3 of the biggest states in the United States. Let's play Two Truth and a Lie on Florida, Texas, and California. Alex Cardinale will go bowling for the first time on camera in a year and a half. Plus, learn about the Goliath bird eater as our featured animal, the Matoro stingray, the Indodactyloid, and the panther grouper as Aqua Alex's featured fish. The monster of the deep will be the Dorado catfish from South America. And see if Alex can beat the Saturday buzzer on the history of ice cream in 5 minutes or less, Yankee Spotlight, MLB All-Star Game Preview, and so much more. Don't miss the next Saturday with Alex Cardinale, this Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on my YouTube channel, Alex Cardinale Entertainment. All right, and now it's our main event. It is Two Truths and a Lie on Civil War. I'm going to give you 3 statements. One of them is a lie. It is your job to determine it. So here we go. The Battle of Gettysburg was the deadliest battle of the American Civil War, resulting in the highest number of casualties. The Emancipation Proclamation immediately freed all the slaves in the United States upon its issuance. The American Civil War officially ended with the surrender of General Robert Lee at Appomattox Courthouse in April of 1865. Which one do you think is the lie? Is it the Battle of Gettysburg being the deadliest battle of the American Civil War, resulting in the highest number of casualties? Is it the Emancipation Proclamation immediately freeing all slaves? Or the American Civil War ending with the surrender of General Robert Lee? Take a moment to consider each statement. Which one do you think is the lie? Well, statement 1 is true. The Battle of Gettysburg, fought from July 1st to July 3rd, 1863, is considered the deadliest battle of the Civil War, with significant casualties on both sides. Statement 2 is the lie. While the Emancipation Proclamation issued by President Abraham Lincoln on January 1st, 1863, declared the freedom of slaves in the Confederate States, it did not immediately free all the slaves in the United States. It applied only to territories in rebellion and not to border states or areas under Union control. Statement 3 is also true. The official surrender of the Confederate Army by General Robert Lee to Union General U.S.A. Grant at Appomattox Courthouse marked the beginning of the end of the Civil War. And that is Two Truths and a Lie. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a monumental patriotic episode and an amazing episode, and I was so honored to be here to celebrate 250 years of America. I want to wish you all a happy 4th of July weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend with your friends and your family, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Saturday for another edition of Saturday with Alex Cardinale. Good night from Port St. Lucie, and enjoy the rest of your 4th of July weekend and continue celebrating America's 250th birthday. This episode of Saturday with Alex Cardinale has been a bomb, just like those fireworks. I want to thank you for watching USA 250th Saturday with Alex Cardinale, and I hope you have a boom-tastic 4th of July weekend. Thank you for watching USA 250th Saturday with Alex Cardinale, and happy 4th of July, everybody. I, Alex Cardinale, would like to say thank you for watching this live stream on the Alex Cardinale Entertainment YouTube channel. I personally hope you enjoyed the live stream and the video. If you did enjoy the live stream, Please smash that like button and please share this video on social media so that your friends and family can enjoy it as well. If you are a first-time viewer or new to my YouTube channel, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button and ding the notification bell for notifications when I go live next or when I upload a video. I highly recommend subscribing so you're a member of the ACE community. Thank you for watching ACE.